What's up guys, Barry Gaming here, back with some more AFK Journey, and today we're going to be talking about the top 3 S level heroes you guys need if you want to really make some great progression when it comes to Dream Realm. That's probably one of the, I'd say, most favorite game modes for a lot of players. I love the boss battles personally, and there's 3 heroes that keep popping up in almost every single team out there, and we're going to talk about those right now. Now, these are going to be from the normal 4 factions. We are not counting Celestial or Hypogeans in this. If you want to know about Celestial and Hypogeans, go check out a video we put out earlier today. I'll try to put a link as well, talking about the new potential build order of Celestial and Hypogeans. Now that twins are out, they're making a big footprint on the Dream Realm. But when we're talking about S levels and which ones to focus on when we have these chests that we get to pick heroes on, that's what we're going to talk about right now. Hopefully you guys enjoy this one. Let's jump right into it. So we're actually going to start with the number 1. Typically I start at the bottom of the list and work our way up, but let's be honest, Mipha is just one of the most disgustingly amazing performing characters in Dream Realm and a lot of different game modes that exists. She is absolutely amazing. She's essentially taken the spot away from Smokey and Mirky. I mean, if you guys have been playing the game for a while now, we all know, and actually, where is my Smokey and Mirky at this point? I like the amount of times that I use this hero has definitely gone down quite a bit. And actually, man, have I I don't think I've even invested as much in him. He's still just at plus 15 and everything. But this hero, Mipha, I might actually increase her overall stats. Granted, going too far on this hero is not necessary, but the fact that she heals and continue to heals on the battlefield even after she dies, or in cases like the Shell Brute, once she disappears from the battlefield, her effects are still taking place and they are so strong. So she increases her team's haste, which is probably one of the best stats out there. She increases the allies' attack. So if you have this maxed out, you can get up to 25% attack if you go all in on skill power. Granted, that's not going to be possible in the early season. You're going to have to wait till you get your magic charms. She buffs her team up so much. Really amazing. She increases the defense for herself and 2 other of the weakest allies on the battlefield. And then beyond that, she also is able to deal some damage. So it's not going to be damage comparable to Smokey and Mirky, but the fact that she's not stuck on a tile in the battle the entire time is very, very good. And yeah, as long as she remains on the enemy side, or you control the honor arena, the whole battlefield, that's one of the most important parts. You guys have seen it so many times. It just takes over the entirety of the battlefield here. And you see when you first are putting her into the formation too, the battlefield will get manipulated here. These squares, you need to have more of your units in this than the enemies, which is usually pretty easy. Besides like PvP, the only spot that is guaranteed is against the Dream Realm bosses, and she is freaking amazing. Now, one thing to note though, let's go back into her exclusive real quickly. Technically, you don't need to go very far in her exclusive to do pretty good as well. Even go to the typical plus 10, which is like a meta defining change. This just increases the amount of healing her allies are going to get that are carrying Combat Fury. So it's good. You don't need to necessarily have the more damage, as you guys have potentially seen in some of our Dream Realm videos. She does some damage, but nothing crazy. But if you want to focus on one especially support hero on your account right now, and you really love Dream Realm, you have to have Mipha. Number 2 on this list is going to be the Waves of Intrigue. One of the final heroes, Sonia, that came out. Again, she is a less S-level hero. You'll see, once again, this is another hero I've gone to plus 25 because she is an interesting one. She is both a supporter and a very good damage dealer. And in some days, she is the main damage dealer on your team. Her abilities are really interesting here, and it really comes down to the beginning of battle. So at the beginning of battle, she forms that Crimson Covenant with 2 allies that are placed to her left and her right. The front ones take priority. You can't have if you have someone in front and behind, is going to default to the front one right there, which is very big. But again, this is another way to continue to buff the attack of your damage dealer. So when she plays more of a support role, she's still buffing your team. When she's playing a damage dealer role, she's still buffing her team up, including magical and physical defense, which is really, really amazing. Sonia is immune to control effects while casting this skill as well. Very, very solid. Even in PvP, she does have some pretty cool uses with some kind of niche stuns. But I think one of the best parts is her exclusive here. She gains 100 initial energy, and she permanently enhances Crimson Covenant after casting her first Tempest Thrust, which is the ultimate right here. If I can click, there we go. She continuously benefits from the accumulated stats, and when you do level it up to level 3, this also enhances it so that it reduces the damage taken by 40% for all Covenant members if any other member is alive. 50% of the reduced damage is shared among the enemies, so that's a really cool way to keep heroes alive on your team. Very, very solid. And then of course she has a lot of self-healing, so she converts 20% of the damage dealt with her ultimate Tempest Thrust into self-healing. So not only does she buff her team with damage buffs, she gives them physical and magic defense buffs. She then shares the damage among the 3 that are linked. She gains extra stats based on the stats that those heroes get, and on top of that, yes, she has her own self-healing. Now again, one place that we've been showing her off a lot is Dream Realm lately, and I'll show you guys another battle right here because this is the perfect scenario to show you both Mipha and Sonia together. You can see Mipha's little field over here, and then Sonia, you see these little flowers here. They go to priority the front. So you see right here, if I have someone in the front, it will go to them. So placement with these heroes is very important, and in this situation right here, having her linked up to 2 other heroes is very big. I'll show you guys what the damage numbers look like with this hero because they are impressive and they pump out a ton of damage here. So you can see right here, both her and Sinbad doing insane amounts of damage, even Mipha providing a little bit of extra damage there. This right here is one of the perfect highlights you'll see, and that's mainly because almost every single team you see right now in Dream Realm is going to have both of these heroes on the team. I think I would literally put Sonia slightly above Mipha right now, but the fact that Mipha is a little bit easier to build because she's been out a little longer, kind of why I put her at the top. But again, these 2 could easily be interchanged at rank 1 and number 2. Eventually, I kind of hate that at the time I didn't go for a Paragon version of this hero because I had it unlocked, but these 2 are just hands down always useful, and you'll get your bang for your buck out of these 2 heroes if you invest in them. Now, my last pick for number 3, it was a tough one to pick. It really came down in my eyes between Lily May and Shakir. When it comes to S levels, of course, there's A levels that are actually probably more useful or better than these heroes in there, like Sinbad and stuff, but Shakir is probably one of those that you'll get better use out of. It seems like Lily May has been getting replaced in more and more Dream Realm lineups, which is why I didn't pick her. Shakir is the one that just time and time again, from the beginning of the game all the way to now, he always finds a role as a pretty much support hero for your account, even though he can also put out some damage, while also being a pretty good tank, even though he's considered a rogue. So really this here, we're not really caring about a lot of his abilities here. Most of them are like just, you know, kind of linked to himself, with the one exclusive of that his lupine aura attack bonus from each non-summoned ally within it increases his own attack. But then when you do get to his exclusive, just unlocking it and getting it up to +10 is huge. So his exclusive makes it so when he casts his ultimate, he can do it at 800 energy instead of the typical 1000. He stays in wolf form and consumes no energy within 5 seconds each time after casting it. The big part here is the +10. Like I said, each non-summon ally within that lupine aura on the battlefield can share the same attack bonus that he gets from Wolf's Will. So this is really, really big. Beyond that, he is unaffected, meaning he cannot be controlled for quite a bit of the battle. So anytime you're going up against CC heavy teams, this is definitely a great hero to put on, and is usually one of the heroes you just slot into a lot of teams that need a little extra damage reduction, a little extra attack buff, and all those fun things. Really, really cool. Love this hero. Even gives haste, which is cool too. Granted, haste has diminishing returns and stuff, but if I had to give a top 3, I'm definitely giving it to those 3 there. Like I said, honorable mention of Lily May. You could easily have someone want to put her at the number 3 spot, but because she is slowly dropping off the Dream Realm meta with these newer heroes coming out, that's the only reason why. She's definitely still going to be used on some of those teams, so is Shakir, but I do feel like Shakir is kind of an easier build again. For the old days, he is getting a little bit more difficult compared to Lily May, mainly because the season store Still has Lily May right here, which is, and same with Mikola. These become very easy to build. So I'll leave that up to you guys to decide. Me personally, I've always been a fan of Shakir, and that's why I kind of put him on here. But again, you could easily put Lily May in the number 3 spot as well. So let me know what you guys think about those S levels. I'm going to be going over A levels a little bit later in the week as well, so you guys know which ones are going to get the best progress for your account in Dream Realm. And I'll see you guys next time.